Hi, I'm Jim Wilder. I'm the Vehicle Integration Manager for the Challenger SRT program. So what we're going to go through here is the drive modes for the new 2015 Challenger SRT vehicles. What this is, it's different configurations that allows the customer to really customize their drive experience. The screen that we have here is called the default screen. It's really the page that will come up every time the driver gets into the car. It does have some configurations available. If you go to the setup screen, it allows you to select different power levels. In this particular screen, it doesn't allow you to change the transmission set points, but it does allow you to turn paddle shifters on and off if you so like, and it does allow you to set the suspension in different modes. So that's kind of the startup screen. You also have a custom screen that has the same types of features, but it allows you to set exactly what you want in everything. So you can select the full power, you can select different transmission shift schedule, the traction control can be set in different setups, as well as the suspension. There's two more modes, which are the sport mode, which sets everything to sport, and then the track mode, which sets everything to track. The nice feature about custom is that you can personalize this to whatever you want every time you get in the car. As I said before, when you start the car, it will start in default, but with a double button press of the SRT button on the center stack, it goes directly to the custom page. So it's kind of a shortcut to get to the personalized settings that you want in the car. Something else that we've added is valet mode. You can put in your 4-digit code, whatever you want your 4-digit code to be. But what that does then is it significantly limits the power of the car, it limits the RPM of the car, it does second gear starts, and it won't let you turn traction control off. And it's really truly a valet mode. It's the idea of handing your keys to somebody that you don't know and allowing them to move your car safely, but not beat on the car or damage the car by driving it hard or something. Another mode that we have is eco mode. And you can see it automatically switch the power transmission in the car to eco. It does second gear starts and it tries to shift the transmission quickly to get the highest fuel economy it can. And it turns off paddle shifters because obviously if you're using paddle shifters, you're going to change the shift schedule on your own and not be in the full eco mode. Another feature is race options. We have an adjustable launch control in the car, so you can adjust your RPM at which you start at the starting line with. You can go from 1500 all the way up through 3500, depending on the surface that you're on, depending on the tires that you've got on the car, and then you just go back here, hit activate, and launch control is activated. We also have a shortcut button to launch mode down here, where it says launch, and that automatically turns it on as well. Another feature within the race options page is a shift light. The shift light turns on. That's kind of an idea of what the cluster looks like. The whole cluster in the center here lights up red when you get to your shift points. And it's programmable by gear for different RPMs. So you can set first gear at 1 RPM, you can set second gear at a completely different RPM, and so on and so forth, for whatever's working for you at the track that you're at. I want to take you to the SRT performance pages now. We've had these for quite a while in the SRT vehicles, but this kind of takes it to another level. So you've got different home screen pictures you can select from. Pick your favorite picture of the car. We've got a timers page, which is kind of like a time slip that you'd get at the drag strip. You've got a reaction timer, 0 to 60. We did add new for 15, 0 to 100. And then you've got your 1/8 mile, your 1/4 mile, both ET and mile per hour, as well as braking distance. Another nice thing is you've got the last run you made, you've got the best pass you made, and you can save those. You can save them to USB, SD card, Uconnect, different locations you can save that information to. We've got two different sets of gauge pages. This is kind of a general information page of what's going on with the engine and the transmission temperature. And then gauge page 2 is more dialed into this particular car because it's got a supercharger. We're monitoring boost pressure. We're also looking at air-fuel ratio, which is something new that we added. We also have two things down here for intercooler. You've got the coolant temperature in the intercooler circuit, as well as intake air temperature. So that's the actual temperature in the blower going into the cylinders. G-force page, another page that we have had for quite a while now. You've got steering angle. You can see the steering angle is changing as I'm turning the wheel. You have your real-time Gs, both fore, aft, and cross car Gs, as well as peak Gs are recorded on here as well. And then another nice page is the engine page. This engine page has been in some of our vehicles in the past, but this one's obviously tailored for a boosted application. We've got boost pressure, as well as horsepower and torque, and your vehicle speed. So another interesting feature we have is the car's going to come with two different keys. We've got a black key and we've got actually two red keys the car will come with. The two red keys allow full power output of the vehicle. So when we go back to our drive modes, you can see you can select between the 500 and the 700. If we only had the black key in the car, it would not allow you to select any more than the 500 horsepower level. And the reason we did that is we thought, well, if there's people that aren't as experienced as drivers, you could still give them the black key and they would be completely fine driving the car with a lower power output level. So in the center of our cluster, we've got a large menu of different things you can look at. The first menu on the screen is the speedometer, so you can get a full digital speedo in the middle of the dash. Scrolling down one page is the vehicle information page, and there's lots of information in here. You've got tire pressure through here, you've got coolant temperature, trans temperature, oil pressure, oil life, which gives you an idea on your oil change schedule, battery voltage, pretty standard stuff, air intake temperature. So again, another supercharger type gauge that was in the radio. We also have a gauge for power. So you've got torque and horsepower, as well as the air-fuel ratio gauge that we showed in the radio as well. And then boost pressure. Of course, you have to have boost pressure if you have a supercharger, as well as intercooler coolant temp. So again, that's the coolant temperature that's in the intercooler system itself. Going down another page, you've got performance pages. So very similar information to what was in the radio. One added feature to this, if you picked up on the timers page, there's a reaction timer number at the top of the timer page. We have sort of a Christmas tree on this page, so it acts as your reaction time. So if I hit OK, you get a countdown and then a green light to go, and as you roll forward you will get a reaction time. So that's kind of a neat little feature. So we've got a lot of the same information on this page that we showed in the radio, just a bit of a different format. If you wanted to look at something in the radio while you looked at a performance number on the cluster, you could. We also have a lap timer. Works much like a stopwatch would. Then you can go over to this page and see your lap history. And then we also have a top speed. So if you hand the keys to your buddy and tell him to keep it under 100, you can go back and see if he actually did. So all these features that we've gone over give the driver the opportunity to really customize their experience while driving the car, not only the setup of the car, but also monitoring things on the car and monitoring their performance while driving the car.